We love our raised beds and we love our Oya watering system because it's really working out well for this hot climate we live in, which gives our plants water as needed at root level, which slows evaporation, which is good for our plants, but we also save water. So we decided to try out these raised row garden beds. Hi and welcome to our channel, and this is how we created our raised row garden beds. We are really happy with it, and I'm also going to share some of the benefits according to my research. This bed was really easy to make. All I used was a hoe and a rake. I don't have any big tools to help me out with rows to make them straight, but I am very happy with the results. First I decided on the width of the rows and how wide I also wanted the walkways. Then I took the earth from the walkways and piled it up onto the raised rows in heaps. Once I was happy with how they were looking, I flattened the top of the raised bed with the back of my rake.
What is that, Molly? Oh no!
And then I added a layer of compost and some fertilizer on the top. I filled the walkways with straw, and I did this for two reasons. The first reason, and this is why I got the idea, is because my dog started running across it and started breaking the rows. So I thought if there's something in the middle that can stop that, that would be great. And the second reason is because these rows, once they're established, they're going to have drip irrigation. And the drip irrigation is at the bottom of the rows, underneath all the straw. And we're hoping that because it's done in such a way that the water is going straight to the roots, and because it's underneath so much straw, the evaporation will be slower too. So in this way it copies that Oya method that we like so much. But for now we are using the sprinklers as well as the drip irrigation, just to make sure the plants are getting enough water. Planting the seeds was just so easy. Sometimes I forget where I planted the last seed, but because of the rows it was really easy to follow. Because my dog was breaking the rows in this bed, my second attempt, I decided to make the slopes a little bit more gradual on both sides of the row, and I think this works much better. I still fill the gap with the straw because I like that idea, but it is harder for them to get destroyed when there's a gradual slope. So from what I have learned and what I can see, there are mostly advantages in having these raised rows in the garden. It has a much better drainage and less likely for your plants, for the roots to be waterlogged. The roots from row to row have more space, and I think the soil is more aerated, which is always good. It is really easy to get around from row to row, and I'm looking forward to harvesting the vegetables. I like the water in the walkways because it will encourage the roots to grow down towards the water. This bed, I'm going to be covering it till here with straw. So it will also slow the evaporation, because one of the disadvantages of having these rows is more of the surface is uncovered. It is so much easier to weed and thin the crops, and I am less likely to trample on anything good. And on my next attempt, I also want to better the soil. So I will add more layers to the raised rows so I can improve the soil year by year. So the only downside I see for now is the one I mentioned about the row being more exposed. So it's more open to evaporation, but hopefully I solved the problem by adding so much straw. And also the other downside is just it's easier to destroy the rows if an animal decides she wants to go back and forth on them. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you decide how you want to plan your next garden bed. Let me know if you try it out, and we'll keep you updated with the progress in one of our vloggy videos. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. 2 weeks on and the beds are looking amazing. All the seeds have come up, they're growing really nicely. It's very easy to thin out the plants while standing on the path, and also to weed. The best of all, underneath the straw is really moist all the time.